Here are 5 steps to get your ex to come crawling back to you and give you that upper hand. Step number 1, repair. Now, I know a lot of y'all are like, why should I have to repair anything? He's the one who dissed me. Oh, why should I have to repair anything, dog? I mean, she the one that played me. Well, a lot of times you've gone completely left. You may have said something or done something that actually ends up giving them the upper hand. It puts them in a position of feeling like they haven't lost anything. It puts you in a position of feeling like you're the one who actually did the damage. The longer time goes and the less upset you are, the less angry you are about the situation, the more you will often regret some of the things that you did in the initial breakup. So you want to take the time out to try to do whatever repairs you can. Sometimes it may not even be a negative thing that you did. Sometimes it may be a begging situation. It may be you were trying to pretend like they were all right and you were all wrong so you could get them back. But since it didn't work, now you feel guilty. Now you feel bad. Now you feel like you played yourself. Well, this is an opportunity for you to repair. This is an opportunity for you to get some things off your chest. This is an opportunity for you to do what you feel that you need to do so that you don't have unfinished business. Unfinished business is the leading cause of obsession. So what you want to do is make sure that you get some of those things off your chest, make the repairs that you feel necessary so that now if you do need to move on, you don't feel like you left some stuff on the table. You don't feel like the situation was all your fault, and it becomes a lot easier for you to do whatever you need to do in the future. Step 2, cut the cord. You gotta cut the cord. You have to let go. Let it go. You gotta let it go. Okay, if you can't cut that cord, you're gonna put yourself in an emotional state that allows them to keep control. This means if you're calling them, texting them, if you're getting mad at them, if you're trying to whisper sweet nothings, you've already done whatever you could to repair the situation. You've already tried to fix what you really honestly feel you did wrong. So anything after that becomes begging. You don't need to do that. What you need to do now is start moving on. Start disconnecting from this person. Don't give them the feeling that you're still chasing them. Don't give them the feeling that you're still there for them. You have to let go. You have to completely cut that cord, or they will keep that emotional control over you and they'll never need to come back because they're still kind of with you. So make sure you cut that cord and get that power back and get that control back. Step 3, be single. When I say be single, I don't mean go out there and have sex with everybody you possibly can. Some of y'all seem to think that that's what being single is all about. But no, being single is about doing the things that you really may not have done when you were in a relationship. You may not have spent as much time with your friends. You may not have spent as much time working on your goals. You may not have spent as much time in self-reflection. You may not have spent as much time working on yourself. Maybe you wanted to go to the gym, but you were spending all your time with them. Maybe you wanted to go see certain movies, but you never get to do it, or read certain books. This is the time for you to take advantage of being single, to take advantage of some of the things that you can do for self-improvement, some of the time you could just spend being happy and being with you, reconnecting with some of the people that you've neglected, meeting new people. It's not all about going out, smashing every girl you possibly can, or messing with every dude you possibly can. Because in those situations, a lot of times, all you're doing is really downgrading yourself from a girlfriend to a friend with benefits, or from a boyfriend to a side nigga. You're not really putting yourself in a position where you're making yourself feel better and doing better for yourself. You want to put yourself in that position where you know that you are actually building on what you had before. You're adding to some of the things that you got from the relationship and making yourself a better and stronger person. That way, when you do decide to reconnect with this person, or if they decide to reconnect with you, you're in a position of strength because you've actually used this single period to really build, think about you, focus on the things that you want and the things that you need to grow, and not just sit there and have a pity party and cry and all that old other stuff. Step 4, take your time. Now, we live in an instant gratification society where everybody wants things to happen fast. So how long should I do this? A week? How long should I do this? 3 days? How long should I do this? A month? When does it work? When does it work? This is the problem. This is why a lot of your relationships don't work out in the first place, because you want everything to happen so fast. You want to meet somebody on Monday and be married on Wednesday. You want to be in a situation where you can skip all the steps. This is why things don't work. Look, it takes time. You have to allow yourself to get stronger and to improve. You have to allow them a chance to miss you. You have to allow them a chance for things not to work out in their life so that they see how much they needed you, so that they see that you can survive and operate on your own. You have to put yourself in a place where you're not just following the same pattern you've done every other time, where maybe y'all broken up 3 or 4 times and you came back after 2 weeks. You came back after a month. You came back after 6 months, whatever that may be. You have to make sure that you're allowing enough time to go by so that you're not following that same pattern over and over and over again. You got to put yourself in a position where now you seem to be the one with the power. You seem to be the one with the upper hand, and that takes time. You have to put yourself in a place where you're comfortable, where you've done the steps to get yourself improved, to put yourself in a position where you have other things occupying your time before you even think about dealing with them. And that means even if they try to contact you, if they try to call you, if they try to hit you up and you know you're not emotionally, mentally, and spiritually ready to deal with them or to put yourself in a better position, then don't answer that phone call. Don't even try to hook up with them. Don't even try to connect, because all you're doing is setting yourself up to be in the same position that you were in last time. If you're not ready to be in a real relationship with that person right this second, then don't even answer the phone. Don't even try to reconnect with that person again. And I'll tell you why. Because a lot of times all you're going to do is downgrade from boyfriend or girlfriend to friend zone or friend with benefits. Period. All you're going to do is put yourself in a position where you're not ready. So instead of getting what you actually want from the situation, you're going to get a lot less. You're going to get a downgrade. So take your time. Take the time to figure out what you need, figure out what you want, get stronger. Then you can accept contact. Then you can talk to this person, but don't do it until then. Step number 5, accept the best offer. This means take what you want. If you've wanted certain things in a relationship and they're now offering those things to you, take them. I'm not saying for you to take less, and I'm not saying for you to reject what you actually wanted. If you have been saying that you wanted, them to take you out more, if you've been saying that you wanted for you guys to get engaged or move in together, whatever it is you wanted, whatever you've been saying, if you get that, accept it. Because if you don't accept it, 9 times out of 10, you're going to regret it. A lot of people get in a situation where they finally get this person to come back, they get everything they wanted from the situation, and now they want to try to punish them because for this moment, they seem like they have the upper hand. And right now you do. But when you don't accept that offer, when you don't accept them giving you what you wanted, basically you're telling them that you never wanted that in the first place and you were just playing games. So now, when you finally do get back together, all the things that they promised you initially, they're no longer going to deliver on. Why? Because you didn't take them when they offered them. This is something people may not know. When someone offers you a contract and you continue to negotiate, you continue to reopen negotiation, that nullifies the initial offer. This means that whatever the new contract is, that's what you signed. So if they said, hey, let's get back together, I want to get married, let's get married in the next month, and you were like, nah, I'm not trying to do that, I don't know, I don't feel like I want to marry you, you have to prove yourself to me, marriage isn't really something that I'm even thinking about right now, we could get back together, but you need to prove yourself to me. That marriage offer is no longer on the table. Y'all came into a new agreement. So you didn't accept the offer that they initially gave you. That means that offer is no longer on the table. So don't get mad 5 or 6 months down the road when you're like, well, what happened to that marriage proposal and all that? You said no. This is a new agreement that you have decided to enter into. So it nullified the old one that you rejected. The old offer was nullified. You are in a position now where you have to deal with the new agreement, which is probably a lot like the old one. Sometimes we get victory, but then we snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. We get ourselves in a position where we have everything we wanted, but we just feel like we got to get that little bit of stab at the person. We got to get that little bit of extra, I won, let me dance. And then, a lot of times from there, we lose and put ourselves in the same position we were in before. And then we act like we don't know what happened. So make sure that if you get that offer that you wanted, you have to accept it. Make sure that you actually take the victory that you got.